Hello, everyone. Welcome to Community CPA's webinar. My name is Catherine Tran, and I work with Community CPA. And as you know, we have these webinars that we push out for the community. And especially Thursdays, it's kind of our different days where we don't talk about finances necessarily. We talk about different partnerships, different community events, organizations that we work and who can share their expertise for business owners and for the community. So today we have QCAIR with us. They are an organization based out in the Quad Cities. So for those of you, especially who are in Illinois or in Iowa, they are happy to help connect with you. They work with a variety of different immigrant populations. So today we are talking about them and how their work is in connecting refugees and immigrants with with the broader community. So with us today is Nana. Nana, welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you got involved with QCAIR?
Yeah, so my name is Nana Uragoro, and I'm from Togo, West Africa. I moved here in the United States, especially in Quad Cities in 2008, and pregnant, 8-month pregnant of my first son. I always like to mention that because that was a big deal.
Yes.
Then, so when I came here after 1 year, I became licensed agent for insurance, health and life insurance. And so when I was doing insurance, you have to go to people's houses, especially my target population was immigrant refugees. And the reason they hire me, they found that so many people are coming the Quad Cities, like immigrant and refugees. So they wanted me to target that population, to try to explain to them the importance of life insurance. So that's how I got to go to people's houses, especially immigrant and refugees' houses. And then I was a little bit familiar at that time about their needs. You come from another country and, language, like the language spoken over in your country wasn't English. As myself, I'm French speaker, like I told you last time. So you have to adapt, you have to learn, you have to, accommodate everything. So it wasn't that easy. So I have heard so many, when I go to sell life insurance, I heard so many, issues people were having, struggle they were facing and all this stuff. So then one day, one of my coworkers, who we were working together at the same agency insurance company, she told me about the planning group. At that time, QCAIR was in 2011. So they were working to create QCAIR, to fund QCAIR, because she was telling me the struggle and the need, the issues, especially refugees were having rock islands. So immigrant population in the Quad City, you may not know that they mostly live in Silves, Moline, East Moline, like area like that. But refugees mostly when they come to World Relief, and then they house them in Rock Island City, you see? So the population there has started seeing so many struggles, like they go to Walmart to just buy one thing and leave, but they see refugees trying to struggle to use a debit card, trying to struggle to pay in dollar, right? The money is different too. So that's how they started doing the planning group. And she invited me to that group and told me, it's very important to get involved since you are, immigrants, to help these people, because I can see that you can help them. So that's how I joined the planning group in 2011. And then in 2012, QCAIR was founded, and they hired me as interim program director from that time. And that's how I got involved with QCAIR.
Wonderful. So that's kind of the history and mission of QCAIR, is kind of to help build and support the immigrant community. Is that correct?
Yes, we want to try to help them integrate the community. That's the reason we have created it. And also refer them to appropriate agencies where they can get their help, because we cannot do all, as
Right.
funded this big issue, you can only do what you can.
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of you mentioned that World Relief is there, so they are helping to resettle refugees. Can you speak a bit about the demographics of refugee and immigrant populations in the Quad Cities?
Yeah, you know what? I was surprised before this meeting, Google, and just saw 400,000 people, immigrants, and that doesn't really surprise me. The reason for that, I always tell people when I speak, in the group where I do my info session on citizenship, they may not know better, like lottery visa. I came here by lottery visa. And for
Yes.
immigrant, that's the way to come here. And every year, 50,000. Yeah. People win this lottery visa and come in the United States. And most of them come here. Why? Because they require, back then when you were playing, to put who you know, right, in the United States who can shelter you. That's the same thing we have done. So here, there is a huge community of every countries. I can tell you that, and then, and there is factory tourism who also, doesn't require people to speak the language. They just hire you if you can do the work. That's what brings people here. So today I was surprised to see that the census has showed that 400,000 immigrant refugees live here and they make their life here. 40% work at the manufacturing, which is correct. And then, 13 in the healthcare and social work and all this stuff. So yeah, we are a lot here, a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of like first of all, I want to ask if there's anybody from Togo as well that are in the Quad Cities from your community.
Oh, you know what? When you segment the community, the most, more people who live here is Togo. So people know us. Togolese in the Quad Cities are the most population here in the Quad Cities.
Okay,
yes.
That's great.
Yes, we have a huge community. Yes.
Perfect. So you are hearing some of those current needs of those that are in the community and the population that are in your network. So what are some common things that immigrants and refugees are struggling with right now that QCAIR helps with?
So I will say that before COVID, most of their needs is housing, transportation, interaction with police. Before QCAIR came to be, they also, another reason they have funded QCAIR is because of the interaction of the community, especially refugees, with police. What happened is that, the culture is different than this culture, right? And the weather is different than this weather. So we have incidents where you will see a mom or grandma having a baby behind her back and in the winter going out to buy something and without wearing the appropriate clothes, and they had to call us. But now, with the work of QCAIR, everything is now much better. We don't get so many calls like that. So before COVID, housing, rental, housing issues between landlord and tenants is still now, after COVID, we still seeing that. But the rise was on transportation. Now, transportation is the biggest need we are seeing, but there is limitation, right? You need to have insurance on if there is any vehicle, you need to have insurance on the vehicle in order for you to take someone with you. So, but transportation is the huge need we have now after COVID, unemployment, housing related issue as well. I have worked on one last time where I had to intervene and go and talk on her behalf, advocate, and they were able to cancel, to stop the lease. So I believe that's the most need. The one we have to work on is the healthcare, where we have to link them to healthcare providers. They don't know how, they have insurance, but they don't know how to navigate the insurance. So that's one thing we are working on.
That's a huge thing. So I know that there are a few different programs at QCAIR. Can you explain the ones that are available?
Yes, so the one program QCAIR is doing, and we started doing that since 2013, and I started with that is the education outreach on citizenship, or how to become US citizen. Yeah, so we were talking about what are the programs QCAIR is providing. Yeah, so we call it New American Initiative. So the New American Initiative is a program we have started in 2013, and I have started that. So what I usually do is that I reach out to our immigrant population, wherever they are, immigrant refugees, wherever they are, whether it's churches, school, ESL, classes, any other places I can find them. And I also do like events where I get them together, right, to talk to them about the process of becoming US citizen. Because I mean, there is always question like, when am I ready to apply? Can I apply now? So the question that, do you speak now the language, at least basic English? All these, so that's number one, a program we are running. Then when COVID hit, we started doing the IFSP, which is the Immigrant Family Support Program, where we help people with the, a car, they call it, a card, where stimulus card. Like this provides income to those who didn't qualify for the stimulus check during COVID. And that's one of the things we are doing. And most of the time, those who qualify are those who are non-citizens. And we try to help them on that. And then now we got the grants to help people apply for week, no week, Medicaid and STAMP and food stamp and all, Medicare too, and private insurance. That's another program we are doing.
Awesome. So you are the program director, is that correct?
Yes, so I'm outreach director,
Outreach.
outreach director, and I'm also vice president. So I have like two hats. Since I was from the beginning, they don't want me. That's what's going on.
Yes. So are there other staff people, or are these programs all volunteer led and run?
No, I will say that it's per position, like the New American Initiative I'm, running is per position. IFSP program run by Amy is per position as well. Medicaid per position, yeah, for those who are doing, but the board member, except they are volunteers, yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned events. What sort of events does QCAIR host or support in the community?
So I will say that QCAIR usually like to do cultural events. I believe that is overlooked. One thing I want to pass on to my children, my culture, and like when I went to my country this year, I brought so many stuff from so many stuff I can share, like artifacts, some games, all these when we were kids we used to play to just show, right? Because we need to keep this going. That's our culture. We can't change our culture. We are trying, So yeah, so they just did one cultural event this, I will say last Saturday, we did one beside the soccer tournaments. So but the one event we usually annually do is citizenship dinner or honor dinner, which is done, usually we do it in November, but this year we are changing to go in spring. Because in November, when the cold come and people get a little bit lazy, excuse my language, to go out. So they move it to spring. So I'm hoping the way I picture that is to have people even wear their, to make it citizenship dinner or not, to honor those who are, accepted or to be US citizen, but by the same time also to be a way to show our attire and all this stuff too. That would be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be fun.
So any upcoming needs for QCAIR that the community can help support you, since you are also supporting the community?
The community. Now we have a free laundromat coming up September 30th, this Friday. So I'm working on that. I'm preparing, all this. But that we have done it in the past and we still do that. Like, so it's a 3-day laundry event where we give like laundry bag, people do their laundry for free, vegetable will be given and all this stuff. So I will say that one thing maybe the community can support is the upcoming, our upcoming citizenship honor dinner. That one is kind of like gala for us,
Right.
where we ask for donation, we ask for people support, because the donation support we are getting, we are helping those who have emergency situation, emergency need, and we are help. We are help during COVID. Like, oh my Lord, they stop the water. I need to pay
Right.
water bill. Like the kids will be in the house with water not running. What can we do? Like no, like all these situations like that. So most of the time that gala is to raise fund. It's like fundraising event for us, and any support we can get, we will really appreciate. And 10% of that, like I said, go to the emergency fund and also help QCAIR pay for the office and run and keep going.
Awesome. So for that, if they want to find out more information about either the organization or upcoming events, where do they go? Who should they reach out to?
Yeah, so we have our websites. They can go to www.qcair.org. They can make donation there, and when they go there, they can contact the oh yeah, exactly. So that was me talking. One of the events. Yes, so that's the website. So we are trying to educate. I believe that day we were trying to, direct people to where to go and get the services. Yeah. So on the website, when they go, they will see where to go to donate. They will see where to volunteer for QCAIR if needed, and also see some event coming up. Usually we try to do events before the cold and all this come, because most of the time is slow unless there is indoor events. Yeah.
Perfect. And it looks like you have a Facebook page as well.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So they can touch base with QCAIR there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Anything else you want to bring up, either regarding immigrants and refugees, your work, or QCAIR in general?
No, I would say that, there is still needs. If we can get support from the community, we will do a lot, I still see that I have a vision for QCAIR to go big, to grow big, to do lots, whether is like being welcoming. One thing people don't realize, right, that world relief, when they get refugees to resettle here in the Quad Cities, they have to support them only 6 months, and then they will be on their own.
Yes.
That's where the job is on QCAIR to help now, for to take over from there.
Right.
So the work is still need to be done, right? We need support from the community for QCAIR to keep going, because just seeing the work I'm doing, like the advocacy I have done to the lady who has housing issue, they called the police, they did everything they can to break the lease, they couldn't. I had to go. Then someone told them about me, and I have to go. And then if you see the picture of where the apartment where they want her to move with her 2 children, you won't believe. It was very messy. Then, so why do you want her to move there when you know the apartment is? So advocacy is there. We need to do it. There is so many needs. So any support we can get, we will really appreciate to keep QCAIR going.
Yeah.
I always said that QCAIR is my baby, my baby organization. I have seen it born, so.
Yes, you have, for sure. Well, Nana, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate the work that you do and the support you bring to immigrant communities. So.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Well, I will connect you with those who registered for the event, and we'll connect soon, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.